Hello and welcome once again to Age of Wonders 3, where we are having a wonderful time. This game is so immersive, and you can just pass hours by without even really noticing. So, it did occur to me that we shouldn't be just camping in the city. Not exactly, because there is actually a threat out on the sea there. So what we're going to do is move out onto sea before we end the turn. And Julia, if they do stay on land, is sort of in the vicinity, so we should be okay. Before we do end turn though, let's just look at the diplomacy menu and see what everyone's up to. So the Frostlings still love me. They're kind of meh. I'm not surprised that nobody else really likes me a great deal, to be honest, because I've not been very nice to them. Although they are... you'd think the goblins might be a bit mad, but they're not. So we've got peace with the dwelling of... Wait, who the hell are these guys? Sog and Mo? Oh, they're underground. Interesting. I've never even seen the underground. So these are indifferent with us, but we're at peace. Is there any way we can negotiate with them? I guess not. Okay, so we're at war with Nomlik, which is something we've been wanting to do for a long time. Julie's gone, Gamblag's... he's really, really scary. So, what do people think of us? He's friendly, and she's trusting, so he's actually really well in with us. Ah, Dwellers card. We would be honoured to be a vassal in your great empire for only 330 gold. Let me know when you're ready to talk. Maybe just say that. I'll just say exit. So this, I really, really want this place. I'll wait for the next quest to pop up from them before I do anything. Okay. End the turn. Let's see what happens next. I'm pretty confident. Okay, what? He's just killing my crows. $43.45. I'm going to do manual combats. Right. These guys are elves, and they are weak against blight, and they are absolutely pissed off. They've lost a city, they've lost a hero, their leader's dead, and they've become less good in the process. They are really unhappy, on top of being in hated terrain. So there's a good chance that they're going to fumble quite a bit against our crows. 13 damage. Okay, so if they ever get a triple hit off, the crows are dead. The crows can do 6 damage, but they do have first strike. The reason I wanted to do melee combat is because of this. 8 to 12, 4 to 6. So 12 to 18 total. Nope. Yeah, we'll go with this. Oh, what was that thing there? I thought we'd learnt something else. Maybe it didn't happen just yet. Yeah, it didn't happen yet because it hasn't come back to our 10. It's just... okay. So we'll Rain of Poison Blades. For fuck all damage. Oh, they've got regrowth. Why do they have that? and they can move that far, so they can't phase yet. But I will run the crows back here anyway. And 10. So they regrew 12 damage. Oh, is this even worth it? Did they go on guard? Yeah, they did. So if I move the crows there... Wait, no, there. Face that way, go on guard. That should bait the unicorns to attack them. And get one attack off. So they're back at full health. Bastards. Oh, fuck. Okay, that's over. I didn't expect them to freeze them. I could have won that if it wasn't for the freeze. Okay, well that was just to try and pick off a random unicorn and save my crows in the process. They've actually captured my fortress, which was up here, so we know where they are. Dominion invasion at Icework Floor. Yeah, they've got some ships unloading there. Should have moved Zoki across. And my fortress was undefended, yeah, I already know. Race command level up for tigers. Tiger and Prowlers are cheaper, or settlers are 25% cheaper in Tiger and cities. Tiger and Prowler. What's a Tiger and Prowler? Well, it's not a tier 1 unit. Tiger and Prowler, so it's a tier 2. Tigers, 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 tigers. Tiger and Prowler, tier 2 unit. Melee strike 13. They've got wall climbing, that's interesting. Bloodthirsty, so that's good. Coup de grace, which makes... Okay, this is actually potentially synergising quite nicely with my Frostlings. Because if they get free stuff, then that'll go off. They're not bad units, actually. Well, I'll get that just on the off chance I make them. We've got Cragwork, which is the fortress. Degenerate, that's what got finished. Got new research to do. We'll get Panic Attack, because that might lead to my ultimate spell after it. An item has arrived, yeah, we've got all these items to do. So we can equip the items on her. She only got that one thing, maybe the crossbow too. That was that. She got that and got Shadow Stalker. I'll just check that there's definitely nothing else to equip on other people. Seemingly not. Still waiting for everything to arrive. Okay. Icework Floor got a Shadow Stalker. Can move there. Put the Shadow Stalker in that group. And attack him, right? So we've got a Shadow Stalker and then a Super Warg Rider. They've got a level 7 Necromancer. And a big beetle and a sphinx in the back. If I send back, can I get across there? Can get to there. That's unfortunate. If only I had that little bit more. Maldora has finished migration. Very well. That's turned into a Frostling town. I'll come back to Zerky. Halls has got a White Witch, so the White Witch can appear. That's her turn done with. Manzan got a lab. We'll just close all these things. Maldora shrunk. That was to be expected. They did say it was going to shrink. Dwelling of Card has a quest available. Tell me more about it. It's the dragons again, and they want to give me a fire giant as well as Ashes of the Reaper. Takes control of target enemy undead unit. And the Shadow Stalker is just making more Shadow Stalkers. Okay. First things first, we know that it's definitely a domain incursion by these guys. They've got a Necromancer, which isn't great for them because this isn't undead. He's level 7, however. Let's find out more about him. So he's got a lot of defense, 10 of them. Is he immune to anything? He's got a protection against shock, spirit and fire, but not frost. Protection from light is what gives him that. He's human, hero, charge, black bolts, control undead, heal undead, raise corpse, cast spells. 25 of them. Okay. The strange thing about necromancers is they're not undead themselves until they get an ability which you only get if you're playing a necromancer, whereas this guy is just a hero. So he won't be able to heal himself. Our spell repertoire might be good with going with Vengeful Frost against him, or no, Rot won't work. Degenerate, yeah, for 3 turns, and that costs 15, but she won't be present, so it'll be 30 and 20, which is 50, which leaves 20 spare to get people out if we need to. Okay, cool. Attack. And then Julia's got her own spells. Okay. And those spells are... Those spells are... Rust Strike, Call Ancestral Spirits... Alien-based machine units... Potential illusions... Okay. So the Shadow Stalker, going up against that, will take a lot of damage. It'll deal a lot, but it'll take a lot. So we won't do that just yet. We could charge it, but that'd give us some serious penalties. We could charge the Necromancer himself, and that'll do really well. But I don't like that option either. What I'm going to do is I'm going to run there, turn around, and shoot longbow and heavy crossbow. So 1 to 2, 3 times. Excuse me. Like that for just a straight out 3 to 4. We'll run away with her as well. And the Shadow Stalker can sit there. Right. Like, let's execute our awesome plan. Which is to degenerate... Actually, which one's more dangerous? His black bolts do 9 damage tops, 3 times. 27 damage, 10 damage. So he's more dangerous in melee, but he's not likely to get to melee. He's got Dispel Magic as well. That might screw our entire plan over. This thing's got a lot of shit. So we're going to degenerate this. Let's see what happens now. He's probably going to try and Dispel Magic on that. That's my guess. Nope. Okay. And that moves up fair there. Ooh! Did that actually stun us? No, it didn't. Okay, good. Right, so that thing's been degenerated now, which means it's weak against everything this thing can do to it. Oh wow, that is an incredible spell. Bye bye, elemental. And then she can not shoot that. She can just move up and then shoot it. I guess the heavy crossbow is the better option here. This is why I like having the crossbow, the heavy one, because it's a one-shot use, so you don't have to worry about the movement penalties. You just get right in the face and shoot them like that, and then we can actually get behind with these Warg Riders and do a mega attack, and end turn there, I think, because he's not really going to threaten us. We'll be able to kill him with retaliations, or we can just do that. So we'll stab him in the back. Down he goes. So that's a level 7 hero gone for non-lick, as well as all the other ones I killed earlier. And do I find loot on said body? I do indeed. He has very shiny boots, and his wand. So the shiny boots are shock protection and 2 defense. They are better than them. I'll hang on to these just in case I get another hero or whatever. And she leveled up as well. So she has 35 casting points. So the question is, do I give her stats or more druid spells? This Vengeful Vines is incredibly good against walls. I know that for absolute certainty. Let's get that for her, because then basically it just destroys all the walls if you just sit back and defend. And like 3 or 4 turns later they've got no walls, or rather they're all on 0 health, so you can climb them. Right, I regret doing that with that Necromancer now, because she could have been, you know, swimming around there to get to that quest, but never mind. Never mind. Julia can move to there, and I think she might be able to force an engagement. No, not quite. So she will camp there, since she's quite low health. This thing is making more Shadow Stalkers for her. And there's a White Witch already produced. So what we want to do is, we want to get the Ice Castle for here, so that we can get Ice Queens out. Maldora. We want to get... what's an armoured unit? I don't think we have any armoured units. I'm not really certain. Well, we can't build them yet anywhere. We could get this. Okay, we'll do that. We'll get some walls up. Oh, and let's focus on all the cities first. And we'll get some walls up here. So we've got some line of defence. Halls is already doing things. Algarth. If you got a stone wall, you would expand your borders by 1, which wouldn't snag this for you. You don't grow for another 16 turns. So you can keep on doing that. Belfimi or Belfime. Okay, this place was good for pikemen and everything. Bleeding wounds from this terrain and pikemen. You know what? Pikemen having the thing for this, projectile resistance and +2 melee, that'd be nice for my White Walker dudes. However, Complete Bleeding Wounds would synergise nicely with Tigers. So if I look at the Tome of Wonders again, at Tiger units. I did want to actually get the Sphinx, but what else was the available? Tier 2 units for them. I've got Prowlers, which I've got a bonus for now. So they could, if I migrated that to Tigran, they'd be able to do bleeding wounds and benefit from the bloodthirsty. But they're not a pikeman, so that's all they'd get. But then again, they're tier 2 units, so is it really worth? Then again, so is the Royal Guard. Don't really know. Don't really know. But then again, we're at the stage in the game where we should probably saying, fuck it, we need tier 3 units. So we could, as it is now, be producing Griffin Riders with bleeding wounds, which is also nice. No matter what is the case though, this place is going to grow in 510s, which is going to capture nothing else. Its domain's going to grow, but it's not going to actually capture anything. It already has a few things. Lost Library, gives it a Magic Academy, Flops. God, this place has got so much stuff. It's really, really good. So let's get all these really, really good things on the go. Irregular units have water concealment, not really too bothered about that. Support units get +1 melee damage, range damage and 1 resistance, that could be quite good. Armoured units get that. Is it Griffin armoured? I'm not entirely sure. But I'm gonna guess it counts as cavalry. Let's get these shooting grounds and the Riders Hall. Let's get them out of the way. Because both of them things, assuming Griffin Riders are mounted, which I'm damn sure they are, will get the bonuses. I think. Well, I'm losing my mind. So much stuff to manage. This is explored. So we already have the Pillar of the Starlights, right? Yes, and the Flowrock Citadel. That's the special units. Upgrade disabled, you another A class. In that case... Oops. How do we sell it? Sell takes 110. Does it go into the queue? Yeah, it actually does. And they've got all this other stuff. That does still work for me, very good, because I like that thing. Okay, so that's that building sorted out. The Elven Capital seems to have everything in the game, except for the Item Forge. Which is quite good. And it's a metropolis, it can't actually get any bigger than it is. So we've got Hasteberries, gold, that thing, mercenary camp. I think it's got everything. So we can sell that. Take off the infinity things. We can sell all of these. We can't use them. Does it actually have a palace as well? Yeah, it does. So that gives Zoki 20 extra casting points. I was wondering why it got to 90 all of a sudden. Okay, so Griffin Riders, Cavalry, Tier 3, and they get bleeding wounds when I produce them from the other place. So this one doesn't get any benefits from things within the domain. But we do need to defend it with something. It has walls, so we want to get ranged units to defend with. So let's just get a couple of longbowmen queued up. And then that guy can actually have an elven squad, I guess. Because we've got all these guys here that we want to be kind of bringing north towards Nomlik's territory. Why are they so unhappy? They're really unhappy. What the hell? What's... Because I've become less good? And I've lost a city? Oh. Well, that'll nullify itself over time. I thought he had an item that made everyone happy or something. Or an ability or something. I must be thinking of a different unit. Anyway, they're heading north to join in the fight. The builder can go to there and build across there. And then retreat back again. He's really pissed off. Oh, that's because I destroyed the human city. Well, I don't really care about him. He's only a builder. His job is to build roads. He's not going to be involved in combat enough for that to matter. Okay, we've got the guy on the raptor here. He can go to there. In fact, he can go to there and eat that and become lucky. And that's where he will stay, I think. Yeah, no more movement points. So he's ready to attack and retake that fortress. Zerki, she can come up here, check on this region. Okay, I don't see any Nomliks there. So I guess she could just do that. Yeah, base happiness has become really annoying. Any more spells? 60. That's so expensive. I guess we end turn there. They are running. Nope, they're unloading. Big mistake. Okay, we'll come back to that. I think that was all of Nomlik's moves. Bernhilda is at war with, and Gambler are at war with Nomlik. So Nomlik's not long for this world, basically. He might decide to come and strike out from here. Okay, it's my turn. And there's an invasion down here. It must mean the independence. Tier 4. Right, well, we'll move that group there and tell them to miss a turn. Because I'm pretty sure that they're going to attack that city if I don't keep them in check. Panic attack has been researched. We can get Great Hail. To all damage in a 2 hex radius around the target. That's very nice, because AoE is definitely something I'm lacking in. I will get this first, because Julia can destroy walls, which means... yeah, I think the AoE would be really handy. Items have arrived, so we will equip them. Just out of interest, I'm making 374, and if I get rid of the upkeep, yeah, upkeep's not really that high. Just wanted to check, he also has that weapon. And the snowball gloves, we'll put the boots down there. And that must have been saying about the weapon, yes. Anglamore has produced a mercenary camp. Very good. This is a place we really want to push out with, actually, if we can absorb territory and shit. So in order to do that, we will start working on... we'll get a wooden wall first. That has got a queue of things lined up. The Necromancer, we're not really worried about you. That's just 2 things. White Witch can get to there, which I can then join up with and use hair movement points to attack this. Okay, so big beetles are scary. They're a tier 3 unit of goblins. This thing, though, will it do its attack? This thing is terrifying. Basically, you want to stay loosely spread out, because it does a line attack, and it's horrible to deal with. So I can't quite get round there. I'll move there with them. There with her. So what does more damage? 1 to 2 twice. 3 to 5 twice. So maximum of 10. And this one is better. So we'll shoot them like that. I guess the Shadow Stalker has to go there, then I was hoping to get all the way around. Attack them like that, and then charge into the back with them. And the White Witch... can't really do a great deal, unfortunately. But she's going to want to go there. It sounds bizarre, but trust me, this line attack, if it's going to attack from there, I don't want anyone in a line. It's pretty fucking bad. And then we will use... almost onto a second page. What tier is this? Tier 3. That's tier 3. That's tier 3. Or is that tier 2? Sorry, that's tier 2. And that's tier 2. Nah. I was thinking about swap locations and seeing if it would put me in a good position, but getting my Shadow Stalker out of the way is not a good move. I want the Shadow Stalker to be nearby. Damn, that Sun Disc. Oh, I'm so scared of it. Fire Protection, Frost Weakness. Okay. Well, I'll check Poison Blades anyway. So that does a maximum of 15, minimum of 9, 9 to 15. Vengeful Frost, which is weak against. Just one, like, little bit better. Or, I could kill the big beetle, potentially. No, I couldn't. So I will Vengeful Frost on that guy. Not a lot of damage, but every little helps against something so powerful. It's going to line it up. It fumbled. Thank God it fumbled. I fully expected it to sort of try and land there or there and just blast right across. But it didn't work out that way. Okay, so these Warg Riders can still smack it in the back like so. The White Witches are... oh god, mouse is going crazy. Shadow Stalker can get to there. Is that a penalty? No, it's not. And Julia... okay, so I can... go to there with Julia. Use my heavy crossbow. Like that. Makes them turn around. Then the White Witches can hopefully chill them. Okay, and that makes them weak against Frost even more, which isn't actually necessary because the Shadow Stalker finishes them off. And gets a level up. So that Shadow Stalker is now a veteran, giving him Inflict Frostbite. Excellent. So that's the Nomlik incursion cleared up, and she can move back on top of that Shadow Stalker. Right, what was Hall's doing? Is that still making a Frost Castle? It is indeed. So she is actually out of movement points completely. The Necromancer needs to get to there, but because of the shape of the island it's a bit wonky to do. I think it's more likely to head to the left, so I'll go here with the Necromancer. Suzuki. Visiting units get all that good stuff. Which I think they already have it, but let's just take it anyway. And head down to the front lines over here. Can't quite see inside it. Okay, it's not defended, so we'll take it back. And the watchtower as well. Okay, so we can see Nomlik up there with a big beetle. Zuki, you can actually cast some crows, so we can get some scouting going. See where his domain is. Can we actually... Yep, we can take that watchtower. The advantage of having random crows on the map. So they've got one Evangelist, Exalted over there. That's kind of their ultimate unit. Crow can't get much further out. So we can wait there. Little cherub over there as well. Kind of independence guarding that farm. Inn. The Builder of Mighty Pissed Offness, he can go up to there and begin building a road there. And that's all he can do this turn, I think. Let's just check. Yes, it is. So that's him done with. I think I've got everything managed now. So we failed that quest twice, which is a shame, because they offered us some nice loot on that particular instance. But they do offer us an Ashes of the Reaper this time, and a Fire Giant. I would have rather had the Frost Giant. But they might just join us and I'm able to just produce them outright. And that's been explored. Still need to get this, but I'm just waiting for friggin' Nomlik to stop being a bitch. So I think it's quite safe to have him packed in there to defend, and then Zoki with her missing unit. What does she need? She's got support, she's got the Ice Queen for debuffs, she's got that for protection, she's got the power unit. A succubus. That's what she could do with. What did happen to all my succubi? They're in there. Okay, let's make another one down here, where they get that bonus. Oh, right, yeah, of course. Frost Castle. Shit. What is the bonus? Magic Academy? Support units get 1 melee damage, 1 ranged damage, and 1 resistance. It's not much, but that 1 extra damage, you know, it's free damage. So I might as well wait for it. Okay, I'm quite happy with the way I am spread out. So that's Gamblag's territory there, the green stuff. That Tigran City and Bonzana going to expand northwards into there and snag all the stuff. Eventually. If not, then I'll just build a city right there. I think everything is good to go. But I will cast... Nope, I don't have the points for it. Okay. Turns are starting to take quite a long time now, so I don't think I'll ever be able to do multiple turns per video again. So I will end it here and carry on in the next one. Thanks for watching, and goodbye.